All right, let me ask you something. Have you ever walked out of an AI strategy meeting feeling like you're just spinning your wheels? You've got all the knowledge, you've seen the PowerPoints, but actually doing something? It feels impossible. Well, today, we're going to look at a method designed to absolutely smash through that wall and turn all that talk into real, tangible action.
So let's be real for a second. Take a hard look at your own AI initiatives. Are you actually seeing progress, or are you just stuck in this loop of endless planning meetings? If you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are not alone. This is what we call the AI action gap.
And this isn't just a feeling, it's a documented reality. Misako May, who founded Deep Mastermind, says it really bluntly. A lot of organizations have been stalled for years. The potential of AI is right there, it's crystal clear, but for so many, it's like the engine just won't turn over.
And here's the crazy part, right? The roadblock isn't a lack of information. Most leaders totally get the concepts. The real challenge is getting from day zero, that's the planning stage, to day one, where things actually start happening. That's the action gap we're here to talk about. Okay, so if the traditional boardroom is part of the problem, then what's the solution? We clearly need a different kind of forum, an environment that's built for action, not just endless discussion. And this is where the mastermind method comes into play.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. It's a tale of two rooms, right? On one side, you've got the familiar boardroom. It's all about mandates, ideas, discussion, which usually just leads to, well, more discussion. But on the other side, you have the mastermind's hot seat, and that is a totally different beast. It's a focused environment built for one thing and one thing only: solving problems, making decisions, and getting to execution.
So what exactly happens in this hot seat? What's the secret sauce here that turns all that talk into real action? Let's break down how the mastermind method actually works.
Okay, so the process is really structured, and it's pretty intense. It all kicks off with a small, hand-picked group of leaders. We're talking just 4 to 8 people. Now, when it's your turn in the hot seat, you don't bring a theory. You bring a real-world business problem you are facing right now. Then, the entire group focuses all its brainpower on applying AI to that specific challenge, with one single goal: to walk out of that room with a concrete decision.
And yeah, that small group size, it's totally not negotiable. See, this isn't some passive lecture where you're just listening. It's an active, hands-on workshop. The whole thing is designed to put a giant magnifying glass on your specific problem, giving you the kind of focused attention you need to actually solve it. That's where the change happens.
Now at this point, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds great, but I'm not a techie. I'm not a data scientist. And that's a super common concern, so let's get really clear on who this is for and what kind of expertise you actually need.
Just look at this chart. The focus is overwhelmingly on business strategy. Seriously, we're talking 70% business process and only 30% on the deep technical details. This isn't for the engineers who are building the models. It's for the leaders who need to decide what to build and, more importantly, why.
So the winning formula here, it has nothing to do with knowing Python or TensorFlow. It's about combining two incredibly powerful assets you probably already have. First, a deep expert understanding of your own business, and second, the leadership authority to make a decision and actually see it through. That is the combination that gets projects moving.
And while we're at it, let's demystify another term you hear a lot: the AI layer. Look, this isn't some magical, intelligent box you just plug in. It's much simpler than that. Just think of it as the data layer. It's all about taking the data you already have, structuring it in a smart way, and then using it to create brand new experiences for your customers, for your operations, for your teams.
Okay, but what's the real payoff? What's the ultimate return on this investment of time and energy? If you commit to a process this intense, what do you get? Well, it all comes down to two things you can't buy more of: structure and speed.
The source material uses this fantastic analogy. A typical AI project can feel like this grueling, endless marathon, just full of obstacles. A mastermind session, on the other hand, is designed to help you literally leapfrog over those painful early miles. It's about getting you from mile 1 all the way to mile 30, skipping past all the usual roadblocks that just kill momentum.
So what do you actually walk away with when it's all said and done? Well, first, a structured way of thinking about AI. Second, real genuine team alignment on how to execute. Third, a clear and actionable plan for your data layer. And finally, and this is a big one, that crucial but often elusive goal of getting everybody on the exact same sheet of music.
Ultimately, it all boils down to this single, powerful outcome. The primary ROI here isn't just about money, it's about time. By forcing that alignment across all levels of leadership right from the very start, you just cut through all the organizational noise and you can reclaim months, maybe even years, of what would have been wasted effort.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. Just imagine your team for a second. Imagine moving beyond just talking about ideas to having a shared, structured framework for action. How would the quality and especially the speed of your AI decisions change? What could you really accomplish if you finally made that leap from day 0 to day 1?